I was not expecting these updates so soon. We got a new battle pass coming out tomorrow morning with some world boss changes and some more quality of life. Welcome back everyone, this is Fate. Today we're going to be going over the news for update patch 1.5.0. With this patch, we're going to be saying goodbye to the old battle pass, so if you have yet to spend your currency, go ahead and do so now. As of this video, you only have a few hours left to go ahead and finish up that pass and buy whatever you need to buy. Now remember, if you do want more of those weapons and you're out of the actual currency from the daily objectives and weekly objectives, or just don't have time, if you wanted to, you can spend your Lucent to level up that pass and get more of those coins. The battle pass is going to be replacing the one we have is called the Phantom Tracker's Star. Now I'll have a picture on screen of what that pass looks like. Korea did get this pass in the past, and it looks like we did get this at some point in one of the betas, so I will show that on screen. Now the Amator and the Morph may be different in our version because we did already get both of these items in the battle pass that we just had active for us, so they could replace them, but they could rerun those same items. I am not sure. As far as what's in the shop to actually buy with those star crystals, that is unknown, because again, this will be our version of it, and since they use parts of it in the old pass and maybe they'll replace some of the new ones, I'm not sure exactly what the star crystal shop will contain. Playing on screen is the costume for the Phantom Trackers set. Now this is some kind of skin tight, cyborg ninja type of thing. This does look very similar to that League of Legends champion. I believe her name was Kaisa, where she had this kind of purple skin tight outfit with like a hood almost. So now hopefully this set dies pretty well. I know that originally in Korea there's a lot of negative feedback on this set, so we'll see how it looks in our version. Now this patch does come with a lot of minor changes to quality of life. They're going to be adjusting some tooltips, they're going to be adjusting some of the chat windows, increasing how many we get. They're going to be adjusting the UI when you select somebody, that their actual frame will be a bit bigger than everybody else's, things like that, controller support, etc. Now, one of the bigger changes that I was hoping they would do is the dyeable Halloween boots. Now, a lot of you may have known or noticed that the boots on the new Grim Reaping set were not dyeable. They remain that dirty brown. They did notice that was not intended, and they will be fixing that. Thank God, because I want to use parts of that set, but because of the boots, I couldn't, and it was really frustrating. Now, some of the big changes to cover here is we'll go with the arc bosses first. They will be implementing the craftables for those bosses. That way, as you collect their soul fragments, you can use them to craft items that the actual bosses themselves drop, if unfortunately you are not lucky to actually get those drops. Going further into drops, for the world bosses, or as they call them, field bosses, they are implementing an additional pity system on top of the one we currently have. So just by participating in these bosses, you now have a chance, unknown what the percentage is, it could be the same as what we have with the salvation boxes, we don't really know, but you have a chance of getting a pity chest. And what that chest is, it's a selection box, meaning you can select an item from it that has all the loot that that particular boss could drop. Not all of them, but just that one that you currently killed. So this hopefully will kind of bring an influx of items into the market, into the player base, maybe reduce the prices of some of these items. That way they're not as expensive, because some of these items, especially that headpiece or like the pants piece for some of these, is still like 20,000 Lucent. It's ridiculous. Another thing they'll be doing is increasing the portal count to enter some of these field bosses up by 1 at the very least, and then depending on population size in that zone or in that area for those bosses, they'll scale up even more. By the sounds of that, it does sound like loot is competitive for the people that are in the portal, meaning that you do not just have your own loot pool that you are contributing towards, and you have your own RNG to contend with. No, it sounds like each portal has a set amount of loot that it can drop, whatever it is, 1 or 2 purples, and everybody in that portal is competing for it. Now, as of yet, we don't know what those contribution numbers are or how any of that works. There's a lot of speculation out there, but Amazon Throne Liberty did say they will be releasing an article later this week going into depth on how all of that works. Another welcome change will be some additions to the guild system. When you open the guild window going forward, you will have somewhere on the screen a ability to view your guild's activity. Currently, we don't see that. We can see our individual members' reputation for the guild, but you don't see the overall guild activity, which is how you are placed on the ranking board. This allows you to participate in sieges, boonstones, etc. Having this displayed on the screen will be super helpful for guilds who want to do these activities, who want to climb their ranking, understand how their guild is performing, understand how their members are contributing to this, and hopefully grow better. There you go. That was our segment on the new patch 1.5.0. Now, it is small, but it does have a lot of good content, or a lot of good changes to quality, especially with these arc bosses, with the world bosses or the field bosses. So hopefully, we can actually start getting some of these really nice items. I know a lot of you probably, haven't even seen any of these, let alone actually acquire them. I too, since playing the game, and I was an early access player, I have not seen one world boss item dropped for myself. I have gotten some through our guild missions, our guild raids, but I have not seen any in the open world drop for really any of my guild members. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. If this is a good patch, if these improvements are good enough, what they could do to help it out. I know that Lucent, unfortunately, is a big player in how this game works, and that change could make or break this game in the long term, but we'll just have to see. As always, my name was Fate. If you do like the content, go ahead and like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see all of you guys on the next one.